Okay guys, Sunday the 15th of October and we are on the FTSE 100. So let's have a quick recap of this market from last week in relation to our Sunday analysis, and then we'll have a look at the market for the trading week ahead. And just quickly before we start, I have not forgotten about the American market, adding the American market that we did the vote on. I'm basically going to be adding that into the Sunday analysis starting from next week, and I'll post up a video probably the middle of next week, letting you know the results. It's actually quite surprising. It wasn't the market that I was expecting to win, but it won quite comfortably. So I will be adding it into the Sunday analysis, and then coming into next year, coming into January, I'll be adding it into the subscription. Okay, so FTSE 100 coming into last week. What we went over was, or were, the last strong levels of resistance. Well, you can take it all the way down here. Yep. This whole section here. So we had a very, very strong rally. And what we went over was how we were now coming up into all-time highs. Just mark both of these in. And how both of these areas, even on the back of a strong bullish rally, represent good resistance and good selling opportunities. When you start to get up into the all-time highs, after such a strong move like this, it's only natural for two things to happen. First of all, bears look to step in. You know, all-time highs, they are all-time highs for a reason. It's where the buyers stopped finding value and the sellers started stepping in. You can see we've came off, over 400 points from the last time we were up here. So the bears step in, but what also happens is the bulls know this, so they take profits. And we start to see the market dipping. It's exactly what we've seen last week. Monday, then on Wednesday, then on Thursday, and then on Friday, early morning as well, we had a couple, and actually throughout the day, a couple of nice dips on this market. So coming into next week, it's very, very similar what I am looking at. I'm still continuing to look at these levels as key resistance. And what you can see is the market has pretty much established a level. We're around about 7,555 up into 7,500, around about 66. But for me, the key top of this level is still around about 7,560. Continuing to watch this area as resistance for those sell positions. If we see the market breaking up above this level, once again, it becomes good support to look for the pullback and the move up. If we start to break up above this level, very, very likely we're coming up to at least 7,580, more likely 7,500, around about 7,590, and potentially testing and breaking those all-time highs at 7,600. So if we break up above, once again, I look for support up into this level. I'd be happy to look for potential resistance up here, but in all honesty, if we're breaking up above this level now, this last key level of resistance before those all-time highs, it's very likely that we'll at least create the new high. So you just want to be aware of that. You want to have good price action up here for sell positions. And then if we start to break up here, the FTSE is creating those new all-time highs. So we've done that a couple of times this year. We did it once and we did it twice. If we start to, or if we continue to fail at these levels, we've established a small level of support down at 7,523 to 7,518. If we start to break down below this level, or sorry, not break down, if we continue to fail at this level, the FTSE is likely coming down to retest at this area. And then if we start to break here, stronger correction coming into this market, really potentially only down to 7,400 or 7,500, which is the round number. This market is 7,495 down into around about 7,476. However, key support is all the way back down at these levels right here. Using the previous structure, it's a strong level. We've had a very, very strong break up. This would be a very good area to look for buy positions if we see that correction coming into the market. What we did last week was we put the Fibonacci on the levels which broke out of the ascending triangle that we looked at. right here. And what we went over was basically down into these key levels is the 50 to the 61.8% retracement levels. Very, very common area where you see trend continuation. Doesn't mean there will be trend continuation, but it means it's a good area to look for the buyers to step in. So I'm continuing to watch down there if we did see the very strong correction. And what I'm doing right now is looking at the key levels. What you can see, 38.2, lining up nicely with this level of support also. So breaks above, looking for the move up toward the all-time highs. Continue to look for resistance coming into the start of next week. This is a more minor level of support. If we break below, looking for that move down into the round number 7,500 to 7,475. Good area to look for those bullish positions. If we start to break down below this level, very likely we'll see a stronger correction back down into previous structure now. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the market touching this and then we see it pushing back up. But if we are breaking down below here, really I'd expect at least 7,455 and likely 7,440 tested on the FTSE. Okay guys, so that is everything for this week. As always, I hope that was helpful. I hope you all have a good trading week next week. I'm James Orr and thank you.